Cincinnati jungle fitted. Who they in our house, we win it. Orange and black and white, we build it. Earned our stripes, you know we kill it. Bleed our colors, jungle dripping. Nasty, natty, yeah, we live it. Lit the crowd, hit the city loud. Yeah, we feasting now. Fit the pounce, make the city howl. Now we feasting now. Thunder through the tunnel, from the sideline to the huddle. Stripes be tatted on the jungle when we flex that who they muscle on them. Stripes, Cincinnati, we gon' rise in the in the jungle, we unite in the trippin' orange and black and white. All day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Now who gotta move rockin' on? Now who wanna move crossing on? Now who wanna move?
What's going on, everybody? Welcome into Bengals and Brews. This is week 2 of Brewgating. I got my co-host here, Dale. Dale, how are we feeling today? How are we feeling after that live and wonderful birthday party?
I can't do these 12 hours straight no more, man. Too old for this shit.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
Struggling.
I know. As I was going to bed last night, you were still partying hard, so I
was
figured.
Still going. I don't know what I was doing at that point, but I was still going.
I hear you. Well, listen up, everybody. Hopefully, we'll have a special guest coming on with us. We're going to talk some Bengals, talk a little keys of the game, a little this and that. We'll do a new thing that we like to do. We're home this week, so we'd like to show, Dale, what would we calling it? I forget. Derek
cooking up a dub with Derek.
There you go.
I just told you this right before we went live, and you already forgot.
I looked over to the TV watching NFL Red Zone. I looked at it for 1 second and totally lost my train of thought. That's how I am. Hey, I'm like the dogs chasing after a squirrel. You know how it is, but we're ready to rock and roll, ready to lock and load. I'm hoping everybody in Dallas right now having a good time. But Dale, let's go with some thoughts of the game real quick, right off the bat. What are you thinking?
I think I mentioned it last night. I don't know. Once again, rough one. We need to slow down Parsons. We need to see that kind of goes hand in hand with our O-line, hopefully gelling a little more, looking more like they did in the second half instead of the first half, giving Joe a little extra time. All that goes hand in hand. Let's get your key to the game, and then let's go ahead and show the people the cooking up a dub with Derek segment.
Yeah, absolutely. One of my keys to the game is going to be that drive 1, drive 2, getting started hot. You got to get this offense going. No more slow starts. Get the ball rolling. Get Joe Mixon going. Get Jamar Chase. All those guys. T. Higgins looks like he's going to play today, so shout out T. But yeah, just getting the offense going. I think the defense looks great, so that's my thoughts.
Don't let the backup quarterback get a couple easy drives type thing too, for Dallas and start feeling like he's Joe Montana this game, because we've seen that happen to us in the past. Last year against the Jets was a prime example. Mike White, right?
Yep, Mike White.
Mike White looked like freaking Pro Bowler last year.
We literally sent Mike White into the Hall of Fame with that game.
That was awful. All right. I believe Travis is in the background. He's got a little bit of sore balls. Balls are extremely hurting today. So he's going to play the Cooking Up a Dub with Derek segment for us right now. I think.
What's going on, everybody? Orange Arrow here. We're doing some Bengals and Brews, Brewgating from home. I wanted to show you guys some quick tips or some ideas and stuff like that. Smoking, when you're on the smoker, when you're at home, you're trying to think of something to eat. We're going to be doing some smoked salmon burgers on my Pit Boss smoke. So first things first, when you're smoking with fish, you want to kind of use a lighter wood. So I'm going to use a little apple wood. It gets that sweeter taste. So we're going to be using some apple barbecue smoking chips. So we got our apple wood chips in the smoker here. We're going to drop that bad boy. Put it right inside the Pit Boss. We're going to go ahead and turn this on. We'll set the temperature to... I'm loving the elevator music right now. 225 is what we're going to turn that on. And I'm going to set the time. I set it to 2:30 just to give it a little bit We're going to set the time to about 4 hours. Now, we're not going to smoke it that entire time, but that just gives us a point. And we're going to start setting the elements on. The heat's going up. Now, next thing we got to do is get
that your crotch?
Look at those salmon burgers ready.
Man. The sky's out, thighs out, man.
All right, we got our smoker at 230 degrees now. Got our salmon burgers all ready to go.
They kind of look like cow pasture
We'll
patties.
put a little butt rub on them bad boys.
Love the butt rub. Loving the butt rubs. Look at that.
Woo-wee. Gonna open this bad boy up.
Look at the smoke.
Look at that smoke.
Man.
Look at that smoke. We're gonna let them babies go.
You think that's what Angelo Dawkins has meant this whole
they
time?
reach
We want the
125
smoke
degrees.
from
Absolutely.
Dip-off?
All right, y'all. Salmon burgers on the smoker. So while we wait, we hydrate. Let's get it, dude. Shout out Stale Cracker.
You had to record that multiple times, people, for the full
Yeah,
disclosure.
and you know what? I was
Who
feeling
dey,
pretty
baby?
good after trying to record that part.
Smoked salmon burger stuffed with cheese and jalapeno. Now for the taste test.
Takes a bite, just spits it out, tastes like shit.
That is perfect. Who that, baby?
So how many of those things did you eat?
Just the one. Sarah actually ended up taking them to the farm. They're doing some stuff for the game and stuff like that. I was going to go, but got to work tonight, so wasn't able to. So
Good day, everybody.
absolutely.
Good day,
Hey,
everybody.
let's talk. Hey, you want to talk about what we're drinking right now, Dale? What are you sipping on over there?
I got a Pepsi Zero, guys. This is a rare moment that you'll see me without
No
another
hair.
light.
No hair of the
this
dog
show.
for Dale.
No, not today. Nope, I can't do it. The body
I
said,
just-
"Don't do it, Dale."
I want to give 100% of the credit to this drink to Hubei, a.k.a. Cap's wife, Jess. She named this. It's an old-fashioned, but we're going to name it an old-fashioned can of whoop-ass right here. That's what this is.
An old-fashioned can of whoop ass. All right. Well, we were hoping to be joined by Whit, but the service situation and all that might not be good down there in Dallas. She is at the game with a friend. They are going to help us bring home the victory today.
Mhm.
Anybody in the chat got any questions for us? Maybe we'll kind of talk about who do you think might be the star of the game on offense, Derek, for the Bengals?
I made a couple bets this week. I mean, Jamar Chase anytime touchdown is almost a given each week, it seems like. But I think one of the keys to the game, one of the stars of the game, is going to be Hayden Hurst. I could see him, getting 50 yards and a touchdown somewhere in around there. Getting all that stuff right down the middle. And I see him getting a touchdown this week. So I placed a bet on a Hayden Hurst anytime touchdown.
Yeah, and you think he'll have over 50 yards as well, you said?
Yeah.
You didn't put a bet on it, but that's just your...
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, if he carries over the momentum, I mean, I think, he built that trust up with Joe pretty quick there in that second half. I mean, that toe-tap catch is still unbelievable to me that he had along the sideline. So...
Yeah.
Any other bets you placed or any other...
Yeah, I placed a lot of bets on this game actually. I think it was the Bengals to score more than 2.5 touchdowns was like plus 180 or I can't remember exactly what it was. So I placed money for them to score more than 2 touchdowns, running or passing. So I had that, and then I had I forget who it was. It was Joe Burrow to throw over 1.5 touchdowns was the other one I placed. So I think he'll at least have 2 this week.
Hopefully he has a nice bounce back game after last week. I mean, everything we know about Joe, he's probably more pissed off than anybody else was about that loss and how he performed. So
yeah, absolutely.
No, that's adorable right here. See if I can get that in there. My brother, shout out to my brother. His first-time father this week. Baby Jovi here. That's the little bear that I got her. So Got that rocking. She's ready for game day. She's got the headband on. Gotta love it.
Yeah, they just showed the Bengals actives and inactives, which I didn't have time to catch it right whenever it popped up on the screen. But
all right, talk for a couple minutes. I'll see if I can find them.
Okay. The as far as on the other side, some key things we want to watch. I think on the offensive side, we gotta limit what Zeke puts on the ground. Tony Pollard as well. They're going to be running the ball a lot, so you'll see a lot of extended carries for Tony Pollard, I think, as well. And then of course you got Zeke. He'll get his 20, 25, 30 touches this game. I almost expect that at this point. And then you've got CeeDee Lamb. Other than those guys, Dalton Schultz maybe a little bit. Keep an eye on him. But our linebackers have done a great job, I think, on limiting the tight ends. So those are some of my key defensive stops that we need to look out for.
Yeah, none of the guys we picked up, like Fiji was saying there, they're all inactive. So Sharping, Asiasi, and Tupulele, which I always say his name a little more than what it is, but whatever. Travion Williams also inactive. Adeniji is inactive, so that makes Deontay Smith the backup swing tackle this week instead of Adeniji. So that's maybe something to keep an eye on. And then it does say that Higgins and Tupou, who had a shin coming into the game, are both active. So both are playing.
Okay. So I was about to ask about Tupou, so that's good.
Yeah. So no real surprises. I mean, yeah, I could have seen one of those guys playing also, like one of the newer guys, but
yeah, especially with, I mean, the amount of rotation we have on the defensive line, I would have almost said, Tupou sit out this week, heal up, and then just pull in. I think
well, he's more Reader's backup though than
that's true.
The other guy plays the more BJ Hill, Zach Carter, role on the defensive line. So that's probably a little part of it, And
DJ, he played a hefty amount of snaps last week too, didn't he? So
yeah, he played really well too, like that. And I'm glad to finally start seeing some of the national guys giving him some love because, I mean, we've seen it, especially in the playoff game and just in general. He's one of those guys that just does their job so well. But doesn't get the credit because he don't have the big sack numbers, this, that, and the other. That's not his job. Like, that's not his role. That's not what he plays. So, but he does his job, and he does it damn well. One of the best in the league doing it. That's why I really wish the Pro Bowl would change the system around because that guy deserves it so much.
They need to start having actual positions, I think. Have 3-tech, vote on 3-tech, vote on 5-tech, vote, how all that is. And but no, they just want the guys with the sacks. Bring them in.
And you see that, like the highest sacks, people will just go and look who has the highest sacks, click, as their top picks. And that's, guys like Reader are the guys who are setting up a lot of those,
Yep.
Like they're the ones taking on two guys, getting that guy free.
Jesus Christ. Dude, Matt Ryan is
what?
Oh, he's looking terrible, man.
Terrible. He looked pretty washed. I mean, that's what I was going to say. Like, he looked pretty washed last year, so that doesn't surprise me. We got some other scores from around the league. Any surprises standing out to you?
Yeah, Detroit's putting a spanking, which it didn't really surprise me much. And now Washington just scored a touchdown to make it 22-14. So
not as getting a little tighter.
Getting a little tighter. But, that one, and then, of course, Jacksonville 24-0 on Indy right now. That one surprised the hell out of me. I didn't think Jacksonville was playing decent. Just that, I mean, Indy is looking rough right now, man.
That might be where Matt Ryan's he's washed, man. He's done.
Now, and somebody did say, they are missing their top two receivers in Pittman and Alec Pierce. Both of those guys are out. So
okay, that definitely makes a little more sense. Steelers losing. I see that in the chat.
Yep.
17-6, it looks like. One that surprises me stands out here looking just at the scores right now. Buccaneers and Saints, fourth quarter, 3-3. What is wrong with the Buccaneers offense?
Tom Brady is pissed right now. I wouldn't be surprised if he just takes his ball and goes home at this point. I mean, they're getting all kinds of push in the front. You know, how Tom Brady hates getting pressure up the middle. With all the backup offensive linemen, they've just had so many injuries. He's just not able to do what he's wanting to do. And it's like,
well, we all saw that press conference too, Derek. He looked miserable. Like, he just looked like he's miserable in general. And if he's not having fun playing ball and he's 44 years old, I don't disagree that you could see him being like, F this, if things start to go downhill. But I don't know. I don't know if he would do that just because, like, his legacy, everything. He would probably try to stick out the season. But
which, I mean, Peyton Manning, his last year, even though they did win a Super Bowl, did not look the greatest as far as the quarterback performance. But I even seen
they
some
find
things,
a way to win, right? If they find a way to win,
found,
they're 2-0 still. So it's like there's
Tampa's 0-1. Yeah, they lost last week to the Giants.
Oh man, I didn't realize that. No, they're 1-0. It says, they won.
Okay,
I know it was another low-scoring game.
Who did the Giants end up beating last week that I was thinking of? Then
I don't remember.
They pulled one out of the top of their ass, but
it's just, I know Hoss's big, surprise prediction was Zach Carter to get 10 sacks. So he's going to have to come on strong at some point for you, Hoss, for sure.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, though. You want to talk about sacks. Aiden Hutchinson, he's already got 3 sacks on the game on the day. He is gripping and ripping right now. He is looking like a man possessed.
I was so surprised when the Jags passed on him for Trayvon Walker in the draft. I was like, Aiden just seemed like such a surefire pick, whereas Trayvon, he might still be really good. He's got high upside, but definitely Aiden was definitely like the safer pick that was already ready to go. Like, he stayed at Michigan for his senior year. Like, the guy was ready to go. The Cowboys.
Browns. I was going to say Browns.
Cowboys game is what it was last week.
Buccaneers Cowboys. That was
and then it was right. The Giants beat the Titans. Thank you, Fiji, for the update there in the chat for us.
Yep. Thank you, Fiji. But I was just about to say Browns game, Browns Jets. They're tied up 17-all.
So that's a good one.
Can we talk about this right now, Browns fans? Stop being worthless freaking pieces of shit.
I've seen a little bit of that, like the pictures and stuff like that they had laid out in there.
It doesn't cost any money to be a decent human being.
Yeah.
And yet it's just terrible, man. I mean, honestly, I'm to the point to where Pittsburgh, it goes in my hatred. Pittsburgh's moving down the ladder.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, their players are still piss me off at times, but
Minka.
It's the fans. Yeah, Minka. Exactly. Mainly. Minka, JJ, or TJ. But the Browns are at the top right now because they're just worthless human beings at this point. Like, they don't
not
give
all of them,
shits.
but man, there's quite a few of them that just think this shit's funny, and being a sexual predator is not funny to people.
Exactly.
Like, that's what you support, then you got problems.
Yep, 100%. And then Ravens fan, just because they're like kings of the troll castle on Twitter. Yeah.
Ravens Twitter is a special. Just put it that way.
Yeah,
this is what we got Zim for, right? Zim and Just Eric and those guys, they go in on them too. So
100%.
We got our fan base for that too.
Mm-hmm.
To go right back at them. But yeah, man, we weren't going to do a whole long episode, so we're about 20 minutes in. You got any final thoughts to wrap this up for this week?
Let's go score predictions. I don't know if you want to start it or if you want me to start with my score prediction this week.
I'll go first.
Okay.
I'll say the offense still sputters maybe a little here and there, but the defense plays so well that the game is kind of tight, but it never really seems real close. I'm going to go 24-13 Bengals.
24-13. Okay, I like that. So I'm going to say, and of course, like me, in my infinite wisdom, always forget the stats, right? But it has been a long time, and I know a really long time, since the Bengals defense pitched a shutout. So I am going to say...
That's hard to do.
31, okay? 31-0, Bengals defense with at least one score, and they pitch a shutout.
Pick six? You think a pick six?
Pick six, fumble six, whatever you want to call it. I think the defense scores at least a touchdown this game.
I like to see Chris Evans get more involved too. Like,
yeah.
I mean,
that,
even if
like I said last night, move my head. That guy right there.
Yeah,
he's got to get some. He's got to get some more involvement.
Yeah.
But I mean, I forget who it was that said it last week. They didn't feel like they needed to pull out all the stops last week. So maybe once again this week, Chris and Dax, like the guys that they have all these specialty plays for, maybe they don't get more involved because they don't need them, you know?
Yeah.
We'll see.
So Giants and Panthers
are
tied.
Shit.
Giants could end up being 2-0. That could be something.
Mike Evans and Lattimore just got ejected.
Fighting?
Yep.
People punching helmets. That always kills me when these guys fight and they got their helmets on and you got people punching someone in the helmet. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yep.
It's a helmet.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, it's bad.
All right. Well, I guess I'll get off here, catch some of the end of these games. We'll get ready. We got about an hour till game time. I think kickoff's supposed to be 4:25. So let's go out there and get this victory. Any final words, Derek?
All I got is Whitney. I know you're going to watch this playback, so you drop the ball. Absolutely drop the ball on this one.
Who knows how the service was, man? That was us last week.
Yeah, I know.
We weren't getting no service. Like, you get all the people around.
Service at AT&T Stadium was probably shit.
Yeah. Good job, Jerry World. You screwed us. You suck.
Absolutely.
Jones. That's why we're going to beat you 31-0, Derek said.
Oh, Lord.
All I got to wrap it up with is Who Dey.
Who Dey.
Cincinnati jungle fitted. Who they in our house, we win it. Orange and black and white, we build it. Earned our stripes, you know we kill it. Bleed our colors, jungle dripping. Nasty, natty, yeah, we live it. Lit the crowd, hit the city loud. Yeah, we feasting now. Fit the pounce, make the city howl. Now we feasting now. Thunder through the tunnels, from the sideline to the huddle. Stripes be tatted on the jungle when we flex that who they muscle on them. Cincinnati, we gon' rise in the jungle, we unite in the trippin' orange and black and white. Who Dey when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Now who got 'em, who rockin' on? Now who wanna move, crossin' on? Now who wanna move?
Well, let's go kick some ass. Let's beat the Cowboys ass.